Hello. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I've been playing this game for like 7 hours, and I figured, you know what? I'm gonna do a video on it real quick. So this is Pax Autocratica. I probably said that name wrong. I'm not very good with words, but anyways, I'm just gonna start a new character real quick. We'll just do standard, just to show like the beginning of this game, and then I'm gonna hop into my other character that I've been playing for a while now. Alright. I will say this, and this is just a demo of the game. Game's not released yet. And it does have a few problems. We're just going to just call me Tauntaun. I don't care. But anywho, this game does randomly crash for absolutely no reason. There's no voice dialogue as far as I know for a lot of these scenes, so I'm just going to quickly go through all of them. I'm not too interested in showing story element stuff. But this game is a like colony sim base building roguelite, and a lot of fun. Yeah, my aim is incredible. Yeah, I know. Alright, this is the tutorial, obviously. And so here's the roguelite element. You really get to pick little power-ups, which is really nice. The mobility in this game is really nice too. The dash is really good. Whoops. I always hit the wrong button for really trying to move fast and quick. I really like the speed and mobility. Nice. Yeah. Easy tutorial. Honestly, that's how tutorials should be. But yeah. Yeah, I was like just randomly checking out games. Decided to download this demo. It was like, I'll just give it a shot. Father of the people. Yeah. I don't care. You're gonna send me to where people never return from? Great. Excited. I don't really care. Just leave it. Just leave it like that. I will say with this demo, there's not a lot of stuff, but there actually is also a lot of stuff. It's interesting. When it comes to like the combat stuff and like going through the roguelite element stuff, there's a pretty good amount. But when it comes to the colony sim or base building element, it's kind of not a lot of things. But then again, I've only spent a couple of hours on this game. And so I probably have not ran into everything yet. Have ran into a lot of bugs, a lot of issues. Frames just dropping randomly. Loading time is really long. Really long. And this is usually where the game will crash all the time, is during a loading screen. I have, however, had the game just crash on me. I've like left it running for a few minutes just while I went to grab something. And I come back and it's already closed the whole game out and crashed itself. If you hear anything in the background... Oh, okay, yeah. The game looks like it's not responding. 1 second. Okay, looks okay. I got the game to come back. Maybe let's see. Okay, yeah. So this is our colony world, or at least beginning world, and this is where our building will come into play. But like I was saying 2 seconds ago, if you hear anything in the background, it's just my dog. She is sleeping, and she snores a lot when she's sleeping. This is nice. You just have to tap the button to get to start mining, and it'll just go all by itself. I forgot, you need to talk to this guy first. Just really want to get like through this beginning stuff just to show like the bare bones that the game starts you with. And this will be our first colonist. He's really overall good. As you can see here, we can see everything he's good at. And even after playing this for like 7 hours, it was very rare for me to find anyone with good stats. Like a lot of the time they'll just be greens or whites. Very rare did I get like good blues. In fact, all the people I got very beginning were just good at cooking, which wasn't great. Oh, I forgot. We need to assign him to mining. My bad. Yeah, while he does that, I will get some wood. Wood, there's not a lot of resources to find, as far as I know. And a lot of the resources we will get in this demo isn't even from this planet. We'll get it from another planet. Well, actually, sorry, not another planet, but through our campaigning. And this is, and then, so yeah, so this game, like, this is like what they're showing that you will eventually be able to get, but yeah. Essentially just these first green stuff here are the ones we'll actually get. And that's what I'm saying, when it comes to this base building stuff, there's a lot here that we see, but not a lot we actually get to use.
Research complete.
Yeah. Whoops. I forget. I have to walk off. The actual building itself is actually nice. Like, this is very, I would say, very snappy. Compared to a lot of games I've played, this already is showing good building aspects.
Structure complete.
Very easy to move stuff around. Very easy to, you know, yes. Going through a lot of this tutorial. Really just showing like bare bones stuff. That's what's really nice. Should be able to just fly around. I'm gonna put this over here. I don't really have a rhyme or reason of why I'm putting things where I put them. I just smack them down. I'm not a very creative person when it comes to building stuff.
Structure complete.
This is our weapons bench, and I will say, after playing this for a while, the knife is such a useful weapon. I got through like the whole main mission that they have available in the demo, and the last mission you kind of have to do Like, this knife really, really helped. And it's right there what they show. I kind of skipped there, but you'll run out of ammo on your missions, possibly. Especially on the most difficult mission, you will definitely run out of ammo. And I had to just run around with the knife and just knife the enemies until any of them would drop me ammo. It was really ridiculous. So yeah, a lot of this stuff just takes a while to build. You know, it's a building sim stuff.
Weapons ready.
These, I'm gonna skip the tutorial just a little bit and start making a few of these just so I can show them. And then I'm gonna swap over, and then I'm gonna do the next mission, the next milestone right here, and then I will swap over to my character, my other character.
Weapons ready.
Alright. Yes. Okay. It's actually quite funny. You not only can just use this to fly, but you also have unlimited jumping, which is hilarious. I always hit F instead of E. So this shuttle ship is what you use to go on your expeditions or missions. And in this demo, you actually will be able to build some other spacecrafts. And then you can take people with you to help you on the missions and so forth. This is the one thing, vehicles, I don't think are in the demo because at least I wasn't able to research them or find a way to use them. And then these are the different campaigns. Of course, only the first one's unlocked. But there's a lot to do in this first campaign. Leader Maximus. Yeah. So now this is just our little map here. And we will go on to exploring. You just fly around and try to find these little blue dots. And they will have like a random mission. This one is a enemy patrol. And now we go into the roguelite element of this game. Unless the game crashes, because it does that a lot. I even have graphics pretty low and all that to help it out as much as possible. I forgot. Yes, the enemies when they die moan a lot. I forgot to equip. I forgot to equip my weapon. Well, that's hilarious. Yep, they moan a lot. But the knife is really strong. I don't know if knives in the back actually do more damage, but I've always found that they always one hit. So, and then this allows us to capture them. What? That had an 80% chance to capture. It failed. Well, I don't want to use it again on that guy, on these guys. But these are the capture tablets we were making. And yeah, this is one way to increase your civilians, I guess, is to just capture these people. It's okay. Who needs a gun, right? Who needs one? And then after the mission, you'll get a core fragment, and in these core fragments will be little power-ups, of course. I found the missiles to be the most useful, but obviously, you know, you use what fits your style. And then after doing those missions, you'll always get some random loot. Sometimes you'll get better gear that you can, blueprints that you can go back and craft. Some of these missions, I don't. Whoops, pressing the wrong buttons again. Can I equip my? I can. Okay, cool. And so we can just fly around, and so this is just an abandoned resource cache. And this will just be like a random resource, and then you'll play this little mini game, and you'll get the resource. I think I've never missed the center there, so I'm not sure if you miss it, you'll not get the resource or what. Oh, you also come across these planets. Some of them will trade you people, some will trade you goods, some will trade you blueprints like this. That's nice. Oh, and then asteroids. Asteroids are another mining point. There we go. And I want to just... Ooh. I'm like very enthralled now. Like, ooh. And then yeah. Oh, what the frick? I never... Oh my word! I never encountered anybody with a purple. Wow, I'm very jealous. But yeah, this is another way you can get people. Now, I will say, and I'll show in this one. So, I just bought him. Okay, and then I'm gonna go home. I'm just gonna go home. I know that I'm like bypassing a bunch of good stuff, but yeah, there we go. I could just press H and go back home that way, but I'll manually fly. I don't care. And then, yeah. So if you saw back there, you can explore that up to 100%. In the demo, you can only explore up to 66%. And there is a little planet out there you can discover, but you can only do it if you reach 100%, which you can't. And it's the very last thing you can do. For the very last milestone you unlock, it wants you to complete that one, but you can't. So I completed the second most, milestone point. These loading times take a long while. It's okay, as long as it doesn't crash. I don't care how long it takes to load, just don't crash. I hate having to reopen everything and make sure it's all running well. Okay. 1 second. Alright. Alright. Well, here we are. We're back. And so once you finish, you can unlock new stuff. So this is a new card we can find at end of missions. Very useful. These are the rewards we got. And then levels we gained and so forth. Also, while you're gone, your people will continue to still work. So, when you come back, it's possible they can have stuff for you. So, sometimes, and I've only found that the game will provide these people. Like, they don't just randomly show up again. But these are new people you can recruit. Here at Victory Square, and like again, I'm pretty sure the game forces these people to be here, because as far as I know,
good to see you.
I've never encountered more people here.
Will do.
Nice. Yeah, not a problem. You get to work now. Whoa, wait, it worked this time. So this is the guy we bought.
Good day.
Yeah, this is the guy we bought. So this is very
Bye.
interesting to me. Okay.
Good day. Will be done.
So this is how you get new
Hello.
people. I'm just gonna
Loud
recruit
and clear.
whoever because I don't really care. And then yeah, look, that's generally always been the people I found stats. They're always good at cooking, but that's pretty much it. This guy was super rare for me. Okay, so now So this is pretty much the basic of the game. Let's go swap over to my other account. Be right back. Alright, here we are. So this is my other account. And whenever, not other account, my other character, whenever I load this one up, it always reloads my last mission I did. So this is my base, and I really, again, do not care about the placement of things. So let's talk about a few things real fast. So this is the prison, and as you saw, I attempted to capture somebody last time, and it didn't work. But once you build a prison, those captured people will go into it, and then you'll need to talk, execute, persuade, exile, or execute them. Sometimes they work. You can just talk to them once and they'll join, and then talk and then persuade and they'll join. These three have been impossible to recruit. Like, they've been in here for a couple days and they just will not recruit. This is a transfer station. You just dedicate somebody to it and they'll go around, pick up the stuff that people are mining and then put it in there. Now, this is what I was talking about before, where I was surprised it worked. So these people right here, I'll talk about this in a second. These people right here are people I've bought and or saved, and yeah, they're just permanently stuck in here and will not appear for me. And then these people are pending to be imprisoned. You can only have 3 storage right now for the demo, so these 4 just have to wait. And then these 2 are characters I got very early on. And I did something interesting with them. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't recruit them or finish their enlistment. So I put them in the warehouse just to store them. And when I did that, that's what happened to them. They became unregistered soldiers, and yeah, I don't know what to do to fix them, but yeah, voila, now that guy's gone forever. It's okay, they're bugged anyway. Like, I don't know why the last one worked, the one I just tested worked, but these ones have not worked for me. And then, so let's talk about these buildings. This is the treatment center. Your guys will get injured, and so they'll need to be treated. They can get injured from arguing with each other. Your guys will sometimes fight with each other, sometimes just verbally, and that's enough for them to get injured. Some will actually get into fist fights. So yeah. This is a food station. This stores all your food. I'm out of food. I don't know why. This is a kitchen. These guys are dedicated to cooking. These are barracks. This is where your people sleep. You do need to give them beds so that they can rest and be ready to work their next shift. This building over here is where you spend your skill points as you level up. I actually haven't leveled up very much on this account, this character, which I don't know why, but yeah. And then we're flying all the way back over here. So you've already seen the weapon bench, but you can find better quality weapons and new weapons, such as a rifle, bow, and shotgun, better knife. And then we have armor. And then you have like defensive armor, aggressive armor, and then soldier helping. This will boost your soldiers when you bring them with you. And then in the back here we have a shipyard. This is where you can research and discover new ships to build out your fleet. I've researched everything you can research currently in the game, in the demo. So I have a 3-ship fleet, which allows me to bring 5 people with me. I actually don't bring anybody with me because it's kind of a they can get kind of annoying. But yeah, so this is all the buildings you can get so far right now in the game. In the demo. And yeah, so nothing too extensive going on here. So now let's go do a bunch of the roguelike stuff. Let's go do a bunch of missions. Wait, let me check something. Okay, I got it. I actually want a lot more of the capsules, so I'm just gonna build a bunch of these real quick. And yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna build these 50 up real quick. So I'm still building here, but these two were like helping me, and now they're arguing or gossiping about stuff. Now, the reason I wanted to show this real quick, so if you were to take a look at them, right here, you can actually see their experience, their dialogue of the day. This will come in, this is very useful if they get into a fight or argument and stuff. Sometimes you'll need to punish them, but you'll need to read what happened. So, like right here, she's talking about how Woods taunted them, and then she went off on them. If you click on the dialogue, it'll actually take you to the person they're referencing. And then you can also then see their side of the dialogue. I actually found this to be very important because when I got Breckett Law here, and I can't remember who else, but somebody else, they just started beating on each other as soon as they first met. And yeah, I had to imprison them for a couple days, and they've never fought again, so yeah. Anyways, be back in again. Alright, just finished up making those capture capsules, so now we're going to send out. I am not bringing anybody with me. They just get in my way, so having 3 spaceships really don't do me much. Alright. Hopefully game doesn't crash, because I forgot to save. Just going through this loading time, but I'm just going to show essentially the 2 main missions they have out here. I'm not too worried about resources, so we're just going to do a bunch of battles probably, because we have to get our discovery up to about 33%, which will unlock the first difficult mission. And then we can talk about the second thing that I wish I had known early on in this game. You can make 3 weapons, excluding the knife. I would highly recommend doing so because ammo is a pain. And the weapons do not share ammo, which is nice. So if you run out of ammo with one gun, the other guns still have ammo. However, when it comes to picking up ammo, it only picks up ammo for the weapon you're currently using, not for the excess ammo. Ooh, some maps will have this, which is just extra loot. Shotguns are really good, obviously. But like... yes, they moan a lot, but then again, if you were dying... I really wish I had faster reloaded. Grenades fall off pretty fast, like damage-wise. They do not do great. By the way, I forgot to say, you can only get 10 of these per time you go out to do a campaign. So be very picky with which ones you get. Also, so as you explore out here in the outer rim, or whatever you want to call this place, I keep forgetting the names, this hazard index will go up. I've gotten up to like level 12. These missions you can only do once you get to a certain unification process. those places are really good if you're trying to get elite enemies to capture elites, which there again do not work for me for some reason. It got to work on that new character, but this old character doesn't work at all. Like, I can capture as many people as I want, and it will not keep. So, also, I got a random soldier helping me this time, interestingly. Oh. Bad time to reload for me. Whoops. I am terrible at throwing grenades. I always miss. I always take the missile. Well, I don't always. I did take the Electro one time. A bad idea. I really needed missiles. The Electro is good, but just not as good as the missile ones. It just damage-wise. The Electros do pretty amazing. Extended mags for sure. I would really love fast reloading, but I've not come across such a thing. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I already have it, but I'll just take it on the off chance I don't. I'm just doing all the combat ones, because I don't really need resources anymore. I don't really have anything to make or build. And I have plenty of people at home gathering resources.
Be prepared.
Some of these missions are really easy, like they'll be like just defeat 3 snipers, and some are really difficult. Some are like you have to protect these very fragile soldiers. Whoops. Sorry if the frames drop suddenly as well. It happens, especially on a mission that will be coming up soon, because it always does for that mission. The frames just drop on it, no matter what.
Sniper here.
Just moving as fast as you can through here. There's no real reason. I just like moving quick. But I don't think you get any bonuses for, you know, how fast you complete the mission. I will take that. I actually don't think that is great with the shotgun. I don't know if that applies to the full reload of a shotgun or just to, like, the each bullet placed into it, you know. So we've gotten to 34%, or it unlocks at 33%, and this is our first milestone battle. And this is it over here, and this is where the game really lags for me pretty bad during this mission. But it's a pretty simple mission. It's just a defeat the enemies and capture point. There's one elite enemy to fight, and I'm curious about something, so I'm going to try something on this elite enemy, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. Now, I've done this mission multiple times, and it's the same every time. However, I will say on the 5th time I ran this, I think? Maybe 5th time. I finally figured something out. This thing. I had no idea what this was. And there's multiple maps that have this, and I'm like, what does it even do? I have no way of interacting with it. And then I found out you need to get on top of it, and then you can pick up a rocket launcher. Well, it's, I think, more like a grenade launcher-esque thing, but wish I had known about that a long time ago. Picking this up is very important for the... Whoops, I overshot that. If you swap weapons with this, it will drop, and you just have to pick it back up, but I'm just going to knife. Knife is always strong. I think my grenade accidentally hits their shield, and it doesn't trigger when you hit their shield, it has to actually hit them. But that's okay, I always suck at throwing grenades. And they have, and then there's an elite, a new elite boss over there, the armored tank. Now, you do not need this rocket launcher to destroy it. However, it does make it a lot easier by having this thing. So, to destroy the tank without the rocket launcher, just got to get underneath it or behind it and shoot its weak point, which are its engines. But again, with the rocket launcher, it makes it so much faster. But I'm curious about something. So, I doubt this will work, but yeah, okay. I thought you could capture the enemy's, capture the enemy's tank, but you can't. Which, you know, makes sense, but you never know. I didn't know there was a few bosses that you could capture in this demo, but turns out you could. They just have a very low % chance of catching. I caught like a level 11 Titan. Obviously can't use it because it's bugged for some reason. But yeah, he had a 5% chance. Took 20 capture capsules to catch. So when you complete this mission, you will get 2 core fragment rewards. You know, honestly, it did mark to let you know. You should have stood out of the way. I'll take this. And I will take more of that. Awesome. So that is the first milestone battle. It's pretty easy. The second one, though, incredibly hard. So I'll be right back when I've unlocked that. Okay, so as I was flying around doing some more missions, I remembered I should show these ones, these yellow ones. They're just a little bit harder than the regular ones. And they usually always have an elite at the end. So I remembered I should probably show this real fast too. After I show this one, I will go back to getting to 66% to then show the last battle mission. So this one is super simple. They're different all the time. Different maps too. And this is actually why I wanted so many capture capsules, is for these elite enemies, because they just take up so many of these capture capsules, because they only have a 10% chance. Even, and I've gotten them to really low health, and they still have only had 10% chance. And yeah, I mean, just like any capturing system, the enemy lower health, the more likely you are to capture them. I always clear out all the excess enemies because, yeah, this is going to take a while. Ooh, it's a sniper. Just gotta be careful, not do too much. There we go. Oh, wow. 48. Oh, you know, it's because it was probably a level 11. That's why it was only at 10%. Okay, well, thank you for showing, you know, how much of a liar I am. Saying, oh, they only have 10% chance. Well, this one was level 4. And I usually only fight them when they're level 15, like level 11s. So, anyways, be right back. Alright, so really quick, before I talk about this, okay, I just did the worst mission. Like, they have really good missions, some good maps. Okay, this last one was a maze, and it was so annoying, because you had to run from one side of the maze, eliminate all the enemies, and then run back, and eliminate all the enemies, and repeat this until all the enemies were defeated through a freaking maze, which was so annoying. Anyway, so this is the, as it says, this is the last one that you can get, and it is very difficult. I highly recommend having 3 weapons, because you're going to run out of ammo. I also remembered something I would like to do really fast before we go and do that. And that is go back to, oh shoot, where was it? This one. So, I think this is where, yeah, this is where we did the first milestone battle. Once you complete that one, you can then go onto that planet, and there usually will be some people here you can recruit. Again, they're bugged for me. Hopefully they're not... Whoa, wait, this is new? Okay. Okay, that was new. And I've been here many times, so that was brand new. But yeah, so sometimes you'll come here, there'll be 1, 2, or even 3 people, or whatever that was that just happened. You can view what they are, how good they are, their special bonus. I just recruit everybody because I just don't care. This person will not work for me. She's not important. She is for a mission, but once you do that mission, there's nothing else. And then you just talk to her to go back into space. Okay. So now we're going to head on to doing the next milestone battle, which is really difficult. Like it won't be as difficult this time because I have a better setup. But when I first did it, I had to use a knife only at one point, because I had no ammo, 0 ammo, and I didn't know about the rocket launcher. And I feel like if I had known about the rocket launcher, it would have been a lot easier. Ooh, there it is. I did have one mission where a fleet came out of like ambushed me, so that can happen too. But it hasn't happened since. It only happened within the first like 30 minutes of playing. I was mining one of the asteroids, and then a fleet came out of wherever and attacked
Destroying
me.
the enemy's defensive positions is our top priority.
So
Good luck, Commander.
this is a giant map, and here at the beginning you gotta move fast. And again, I didn't know about this rocket launcher. Wish I had. It makes the end would have made the very end of this mission so much easier. I just don't want to drop the rocket launcher. That's why I'm knifing. I could easily just swap guns. I'm being lazy. But this is a really nice map. I really like it. I really like the huge war aspect of it. I'm not going to say it reminds me of like Battlefield or anything, but like it's pretty nice. It's really nice. Whatever. just gonna use that to get rid of that. And yeah, so I did all this without this thing. I did all these with just a freaking pistol. Which is very doable. Very, very doable. I am not saying it's not. I'm just saying it was very difficult. I only had 2 guns, and they ran out of ammo very early on. And I was... Can I capture you? Ooh, I can. Nice. Nice. I will take that, yeah. Yeah. I don't care about you people. I'm so much stronger now. Oh, wow. 2 shot in the tank. Oh, that's so nice. And of course, we get our own tanks, which is really cool. But I will say, don't rely on your allies here too much. They're not that great. They're very weak. Also destroyed this with just a pistol. Not this time. This time I have a rocket launcher. Very nice. So, there we go. This is going so much faster than when I first did this. And just gotta stand back a little. Ooh. I will say the most useful ally is, yeah, you got nice artillery going on over there. But the most useful ally is the medic. Saved my life multiple times in this mission. Because right now everything is pretty simple. Okay, got it. Gonna clear out this other tank. Ooh, I got that? Nice. Alright. Now on to the hard part. Yes, this was all the easy part. Take out these little missile silos. Again, I'm not really relying on allies. I doubt they'll be any useful. Especially the tanks. When I did this last time, I rarely saw any tanks on my side ever come over here. Yeah, overshot that, my bad. If you shoot this driver, pilot, it will go down faster. By the way, I hugged the machine that drops the rocket launcher. Like, I did everything I could to figure out how to use it, and it wasn't until one time I really just spent a couple minutes just literally doing everything. So this is where I would run out of ammo all the time. Destroying this thing. This thing is a huge pain. Not right now, but later it'll become like the biggest thing. You just gotta destroy its 6 legs. Really simple if you hit. And when you have a rocket launcher, oh my word. So if you remember, I have a power-up that every reload has a chance to be free. So that's why this thing never ran out of ammo for a long time. I'm gonna grab another one. There should be one around here somewhere. There we are. There's another rocket launcher pickup place somewhere around here. I don't know where. Don't really care. This one will be more than enough. So this thing is going down so much faster. I literally spent probably 30 minutes fighting this boss my first time. As you destroy it, it gets more and more dangerous, like that. Ah, damn. This was that ammo? Well, whatever. Swap to a gun. Oh, wait. Did I get it? Yeah, okay. So now that's been breached, now you just shoot it. Now this is the mission. Oh, okay. Yeah, now it's invulnerable again. And all the enemies get like a huge power up. They get shield. I can't move. I can't move. Just grenade out. This gets really crazy. I had to literally just knife forever because I just couldn't get ammo. Again, this is really easy now because I have much better gear, better guns, and I got here at level 5. Trust me, I think last time I got here it was like level 7-ish. Anyways, you just gotta shoot the legs again while literally you get hit with everything. Now there is some ways of cheesing this, of course. Some of the legs are very visible outside the fortress's range. You know, nice little rock here, you know. But the problem was when I did this last time, I had no ammo. Like, I cannot emphasize how I did this with just a pistol. And there we go. Well, pistol and a knife. I can't believe I actually have a friendly tank over here. I'm super surprised by that. Yeah! Good job, guys. But yeah, so this is the second milestone boss. And this is essentially like the last real mission you can do. I'll take that. What? It only gives you one? Ah, I feel like I should give you 2. Luckily, your allies, by the way, I did discover, they keep respawning. Like, so the top left by the mini-map, you see like the 20 person. I've had that run down to 0, and then these guys all respawned. So, yeah. The only way you really lose is if you go down and, you know, these guys aren't around to heal you. Wow. Was the rocket launcher thing really all the way this far back? I could have sworn there was one closer. Huh. Interesting. Whatever. So that was this mission. Ooh. Can I look at this? Oh, dang. Oh, wow. Really good stuff there. Oh, dang. Wow. And then, yeah. Nice. So that's essentially pretty much all the demo has right now. It is a lot. It is definitely still a lot of replayability going on. So even though it's, you know, that's what I'm saying, even though it's a smallish demo, it actually has a lot of replay you can do right now. In fact, I'd probably be playing this a whole lot more if it didn't crash, you know, without reason and or have really long loading times. I mean, I will definitely come back on every now and then just to do a little bit of this because it is really fun. I really like the movement. The movement's really nice. Okay, loading time is taking quite a bit. All right, 1 second. All right, so it crashed, and luckily it saved my completion of that. So we're just gonna go head home real fast, because I'm just curious about some stuff. But anyways, there's still more out there you can explore. It'd just be more little battles, some more asteroids, some more scavenging points. There are a few planets to find that trade weapons, resources, people. But that's pretty much it for out there. And then, yeah, then pretty much I have all the buildings and research that you can do so far already done. So, like, yeah, pretty sure I figured out pretty sure I've got everything. I'm sure there's a few little blueprints you can still find. But, yeah. I just want to see if those characters that I recruited are there when I load back into the homeworld, or if they're not. Because I was very surprised to see on the other character that I was just demonstrating really fast that they worked, because they didn't work on this one. I think it's going to crash again. We'll find out here in a minute. Okay, it did not crash. Nice. So yeah. Oh yeah, and a bunch of... I'm pretty sure I've already unlocked most of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Got... Oop. Got some new food, weapon, blueprints, and this person. Alright. Ooh. Whoa. Who are you? Whoa, dude, you're giant.
Good to see you. Aye, sir. Pleasure meeting you. It's part of the job. Greetings. Will do.
Okay, I'm glad to have you guys on the team. Who's the tall giant okay, I think some of them, yeah, I think some of them work, but not all of them. Yeah, because I still have some, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Dude, you're wicked looking. Yeah. But, you, who the heck are you? I don't remember.
Hello.
Your stats are terrible. You look
Bye.
very cool looking, but like, why are you so tall? I like it, but why? Anyways. Oh! Oh, they were my prisoners. So yeah, the people I brought back didn't work. It was just prisoners that were like, yeah, we're ready to join you. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna put more prisoners in there to get, you know, recruited. You. And then yeah, you just talk, persuade. And nope, none of them worked. Sometimes they randomly do, sometimes they don't. I will say I only electrocute them if they haven't been recruited after 3 days. Which apparently worked, because those other 3 were... I had to electrocute them the day before. And then, yeah. Oh man, that's such a cool... That's so cool looking. But yeah, that's essentially this demo right now. It's got a few bugs. It's not super bad. It's very playable, very repeatable. But yeah. Well, have fun out there.